Namaskar, brothers and sisters. I welcome brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, students, scholars, teachers, trainers, professors, professionals. I welcome respected doctors and directors. I welcome all honorable ministers and managers. I welcome all honorable advocates, advertisers, administrative advisors, the most honorable President Mr. Modi ji. It is very nice time, nice place, nice section today that we are appreciating our holy Indian culture in the form of unity and diversity. Our India is the land of different caste, color, creed and language. Constitutionally, there is no discrimination on the basis of caste, color, creed and language. All are equally treated and accepted. What changes do we have around the world, nationally, regionally, educationally, economically, politically? Let us go through the changes. What changes we have around the world. Pahalgam attack, mastermind among 3 terrorists killed. Suleiman allies Asif killed in surprise action from Srinagar in Iraq. Majors break through the army's allied commanders. Para-commandos on Monday gunned down the allies mastermind of the Pahalgam terror attack along with 2 of his associates in an encounter in a forest area on Srinagar's outskirts in Kashmir. Officials said here. The official said Suleiman allies Asif, who is believed to be the mastermind of the April 22 attack, was killed after the security forces launched the surprise action, codenamed Operation Mahadev. Following a technical signal indicating use of a satellite phone that was used by the perpetrators of the Pahalgam attack. Amid outrage, stalking case accused dropped as Haryana law officer. Pending case, Vikas Dilla, son of Rajya Sabha MP Subhas Barala, is facing trial as an accused in the stalking and attempted abduction of the daughter of a senior Haryana bureaucrat. He appointed as a law officer put a question mark on the screening and vetting process as the trial in the stalking case is on. News from Chandigarh. 10 days after naming Vikas Barala, an accused in a stalking case as an assistant advocate general, Sanal Singh Saini led BJP government in Haryana has dropped him from the appointment list, saying he did not report on joining day On July 18, government had issued a list of 92 law officers, including Barala, who would represent the state before the Punjab and Haryana High Court. At Chandigarh and Delhi, Barala's appointment triggered widespread outrage, and a government spokesperson confirmed on Monday that his name had been dropped. Except for Barala, the rest of the law officers had joined the duty, the official said. New India can go to any extent to approve tariffs. Decisive action has replaced those years, and the New India can go to any extent to approve terrorism. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh said on Monday while stating that Operation Sindhu was on pause as the armed forces had achieved the desired objectives. Initiating the special discussion on India's strong, successful and decisive Operation Sindhu in response to the terror attack in Pahalgam in the Lok Sabha, Singh said the military action against Pakistan had sent clear message to supporters of terrorism. Supreme Court junks Punjab plea against High Court order over extra water for Haryana. The Supreme Court on Monday refused to examine the Punjab government's plea against an order directing it to abide by the decision over the release of 4,500 cusecs of extra water to Haryana. The Punjab and Haryana High Court had directed Punjab to abide by the decision taken in the meeting held on May 2 under the chairmanship of the Union Home Secretary. Appearing before a bench of Justice Vikram Nath and Sandeep Mehta, Senior Advocate Abhishek M. Singhvi, representing Punjab, said Haryana was already exceeding its entitlement beyond 100% and on humanitarian grounds. Supreme Court questions Justice Verma on challenging probe. Divya picks Hampi to win Women's World Cup. Batumi, Georgia, teenage Indian chess player Divya Deshmukh became the younger to win the Women's World Cup on Monday by outwitting the Sweden Koneru Hampi in the tiebreaker of an All-Indian final. Supreme Court questioned Justice Verma on challenging crop. The Supreme Court on Monday grilled Allahabad High Court's Justice Yashwant Verma for challenging findings of an in-house inquiry panel report against him over the incident of case discovery from official evidence and asked how would he question it after participating in the process. AAP MP deletes critical land pulling cost in March. AAP Jonathan Lord Chief resigns. Supreme Court to EC use Aadhaar Epic for Bihar SIR. From New Delhi, the SC Monday told the EC that the special intensive revision of voters in Bihar should be aimed at en masse inclusion rather than en masse inclusion, and said the EC should proceed to authenticate voters based on Aadhaar card and electors photo identity card epic. The Supreme Court asked the whole panel to continue accepting Aadhaar and voter ID for the SIR exercise in Bihar in compliance with its order, saying both documents had a presumption of genuineness. Any document on earth can be false. So proceed with SIR while accepting Aadhaar and Epic, said the bench. Google Access appeared before ED executive of Google on Monday. appeared before the ED in an ongoing money laundering case against some betting websites and online shopping frauds. Meta did not send its representatives. Clearing apple orchards from HP Forest Land, Supreme Court stays order. Monsoon 7% above normal but uneven IM basis. IIM plans new campus to have PhD courses. The premier IIM Mumbai had sent a proposal to the state government on setting up a state-like campus in or around Mumbai. The proposal, which emphasizes on world-class educational infrastructure for finance and technology, was made as part of the Viksit Maharashtra 2047 initiative, for which government had sought recommendations from academicians in state institutions as well as from central institutions such as IIT, IIM and NIT. Silent tweets to Heidi. Resignations, land pooling digs, political halls. Farmers memo to CM. Cancel IT. Jalandhar. Representatives of farmers from 6 villages whose 1,000 odd acres are included in the land pooling scheme, on Monday submitted a memorandum to the Chief Minister urging him to withdraw the policy. They are prepared to agitate if the government did not accept their demands. They claimed unanimity in their villages not to give up their lands, expressing concern that the policy would permanently uproot stagnant water thoughts was tapped. Pre-jailed 6 donor gurus martyrdom, SGPC says. 200 salutes for South India. In response to a request from Takht Hajur Sahib, amended the SGPC will send 200 salutes, replicas of Guru Granth Sahib, to South Sikh communities in southern India. The salutes will be transported with full religious protocol. The committee concluded by passing a resolution condemning a breach of Sikh decorum at a recent state-sponsored event. From Amritsar, the Shiromani Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee, SGPC, has called on the Union government to release long-jailed Sikh prisoners in honor of the 35th martyrdom anniversary of Guru Tegh Bahadur, citing it as a fitting tribute to the Sikh Guru who gave his life defending human rights. The SGPC's Executive Committee passed a resolution on Monday demanding the implementation of a 2019 government notification that promised clemency for several Sikh detainees, including the communication of Balwant Singh Rajuna's death sentence. Rajuna was convicted in the 1995 assassination of Punjab Chief Minister of the time, Bansal Singh. SGPC President Harjinder Singh Dhami criticized the delay, saying the government had failed to act despite earlier commitments made during the 515th birth anniversary celebration of Guru Nanak Dev. This anniversary is a historical opportunity to uphold justice and recognize Sikh contribution to the nation, he said. Respect articles of faith. Hami also condemned an incident in Rajasthan in which an Amritdhari baptized Sikh girl was barred reportedly from an examination due to her articles of faith prakaras, calling it an unconstitutional attack on Sikh identity. They said the SCPC would take legal action as done in similar cases before the Supreme Court. The SCPC also demanded the reopening of the Kartarpur corridor to a revered Sikh site in Pakistan that remains closed following Operation Sindoor. Opponents doubts not farmers, AAP says from Chandigarh. The day after Aam Aadmi Party, Anandpur Sahib MP Malvinder Singh Kang expressed reservation about the state government's land pooling policy. Stagnant water thwarts bus theft in Bathinda. 14 years on, land acquired in Bansal still unused. From Bathinda, amid debate over Punjab's land pooling scheme, intended to gather 66,000 acres for urban development, 750 acres of land acquired 14 years ago in Bansal district for setting up a power plant is lying vacant and undeveloped. Land situated in Govindpura village within the Bathinda subdivision was possibly acquired in March 2011 by the erstwhile SCD BJP government for 1320 MW power plant to be built by Iana Power, a subsidiary of India Wells. The acquisition was met with fierce resistance from villagers, leading to nearly 2 years of protesters marked by violent clashes. On August 2, 2011, farmer Surjit Singh from Hamidi died and many others sustained injuries during confrontation with police. Team killed over prison theft charges. Murder suspect held after encounter in Faridkot, Bathinda. Punjab rolled out drug prevention school curriculum from August 1. Qatar's poetry finds new script decoded for other Punjabs. Chandigarh, motivated by a love for language and growing demand from readers in Pakistan, Melbourne-based Rajinder Singh has taken it upon himself to translate the works of iconic Punjabi poet Surjit Pattar into Sahamukhi, the script used in West Punjab. The 48 years old computing professional who moved to Australia 2 decades ago began the project by translating Khudkushi, Suicide, one of Pattar's acclaimed poems, into Shahamukhi and sharing it on X, formerly Twitter. I am surprised to find that Pattar remains untranslated in the Shahamukhi or English. He wrote, I start a humble effort to bridge these languages, translating his works one poem at a time. With effort, due praise from British MP3 for bill to protest the original Gurumukhi version in appreciation. Born at Magowal village in Punjab's Gurdaspur district, Rajinder Singh said the idea that struck him after repeated requests from readers in Pakistan, Punjab. They want to read Pattar and it's disheartening that his poetry remains inaccessible there largely due to script barriers, he said. Even though trained in computing with a bachelor's degree from India and a master's from Australia, Rajinder Singh taught himself Shahamukhi using open resources. Shahamukhi is similar to Urdu, but with an extra layer of diacritics for Punjabi sounds, he explained. While he uses artificial intelligence tool during the process, he says he reviews and refines each translation manually to preserve the original poem's emotional and literary essence. The translator believed literature is key to rebuilding lost cultural ties between East and West Punjab. There are about 3 crore Punjabis in Indian Punjab, but 13 crore in Pakistani Punjab. Our shared literature deserves to be read and loved across the border, he said. Calling his initiative a personal passion project, Rajinder Singh plans to continue translating Qatar's poetry to ensure the late poet's work transcends space, borders and generations, one poem at a time. He will send a blaze of ink to the border can't end. Snag in oxy plant led to low pressure, meaning min orders drop into gel hospital deaths. Sales report in 48 hours, victims were critical. Bleach for 25 to 30, Minister Health Corporation Director. Bomb slums cover-up attempts, SUV truck collision coils. SUV truck collision kills 4 youngsters on Aloha Highway. After cover Yatra spat, CRP Jawan shot dead. High Court notice to Haryana on plea against police inaction in loan application sextortion case. Let us take break, please. High Court notice to Haryana on plea against police inaction in loan application sextortion case. Chandigarh, the Punjab and Haryana High Court had issued a notice to the Haryana government and the Karnal police on a petition filed by Karnal women alleging victimization of cyber sextortion and subsequent police misconduct in a case linked to a fraudulent loan application. The petitioner sought the pushing of a police challan dated August 4, 2023 which she alleges falsely concludes the case as untraced despite substantial evidence and prior involvement of the accused with the police. The woman's ordeal began in 2021 when she responded to an Instagram advertisement for instant loans. After downloading a mobile loan application from the Google Play Store, the app accessed her contact list and required personal identification including her Aadhaar card, PAN card and a photograph according to the woman. Although she initially received and repaid a small loan, she soon became the victim of blackmail. The accused allegedly mocked her, uploaded photographs to create obscene images and threatened to circulate them among her contacts unless she paid large sums of money out of fear and humiliation. Poonam reportedly paid between rupees 25 to 30 lakh to the protesters between May 21, 2021 and February 2022 when the accused eventually circulated doctored nude images to her family and friends. Poonam attempted suicide. Her husband intervened and saved her life. Following this, the couple lodged a complaint at the cybercrime police station in Karnal, leading to an FIR on September 27, 2022 under various sections of the Information Technology Act and Indian Penal Code. The petition alleges that the police failed to act effectively. Instead of arresting the accused, the police allegedly brokered a settlement between the parties and even took rupees 5 lakh from the money. The accused returned to Pune. According to her, the accused visited the police station on 2 occasions and transferred rupees 30 lakh to her account as part of her supposed settlement. An interaction witnessed and facilitated by the police. Despite this, the Karnal police filed a closure report challan on August 4, 2023, stating the accused were untraceable and omitting any mention of the money repaid or the affidavit of compromise signed by the petitioner and her husband. The petitioner submitted in her plea. She sought the quashing of the August 4, 2023 challan substituted by the in charge of cybercrime police station Karnal and to transfer the investigation to an independent agency, either the crime branch, CBI or a district police unit other than Karnal under the supervision of the DGP Haryana. While fixing the matter for August 26, Justice Sanjay Vashish asked the Haryana government, DGP and the Karnal police to file a reply on the petitioner's contention before the next date of hearing. Degrees now unrecognized wet grades face bleak future. From the Pinda, the careers of 80 Bachelor of Veterinary Science graduates from the College of Veterinary Science. Dera castration. Panchkula court to decide on testimony from US. From Chandigarh, a special CBI court in Panchkula had set August 2 as the date for ruling on whether the prime witness in the high-profile castration case against Dera Sacha Soda Chief Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh can testify via video conferencing from the US. The development came during the hearing on Monday before Special CBI Magistrate Anil Kumar Yadav at the Panchkula District Court complex. While the Dera chief appeared virtually from prison, co-accused doctors Pankaj Garg and MP Singh were present in person alongside their legal counsel. The Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) submitted a status report confirming that the complainant's family had been provided with security arrangements. The complainant's lawyer agreed with the agency's submission. Key arguments revolved around the complainant's request to testify from the US, where he had sought asylum, reportedly citing credible threats to his and his family's safety. He relocated with his wife and children in June 2024, but due to financial constraints, his family had since returned to India and now lives at an undisclosed location. The case stems from shocking allegations dating back to a 2015 petition in which the complainants accused the Dera chief of coercing male followers into undergoing castration as a form of spiritual devotion. Punjab to recruit 60 jail counsellors. Man accuses captains Badal's Majithia of backstabbing Punjab. Majithia seeks live stream retrial calls in camera format cover up. HP hikes ad for damaged houses from over 1 lakh rupees to 7 lakh rupees. Cabinet approved special relief package. Jairam bets for area specific relief package. Heavy rainfall expected in 3 districts, alert issued. From Shimla, Namdhari land clash, High Court denies bail, cites societal impact. From Chandigarh, HP farmers to protest outside Secretariat. From Shimla, GUV's Uddata Himachal Rajibe Iraks Sukhu. GUV's Uddata Himachal Rajibe Iraks Sukhu. Environmental stability under threat. Rape case, police remand for former Vishnoi leader Budhia. From Hisar, Devendra Budhia, 58, former president of the All India Vishnoi Mahasabha and a controversial figure in Haryana politics, was taken into 2-day police custody on Monday in connection with a rape case involving 20-year-old woman from the Vishnoi community. The Hisar court granted the remand on a production warrant based on a petition from Bhiwani's criminal bench. Government faces criticism over Barala selection. Government faced criticism not only from opposition parties but also on social media for ignoring the pending case and leaving Barala as a law officer. Normally, those with affiliation to the ruling party are appointed law officers and their tenure is co-termines with the party in power. According to the complaint on August 5, 2017, Barala and his friend Ashish allegedly followed the bureaucrat's daughter and tried to stop her car. She called the Chandigarh police, who apprehended the youths and filed a case against them under Indian Penal Code 35 358B, Stalking and the Motor Vehicle Act. Later, the police added two more sections for attempted kidnapping and arrested the two, who eventually made bail because his father was then the president of the Haryana unit of the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP. Haryana sets bold green targets as CM launches plantation drive. Education Board UAP for Haryana teacher eligibility test from Chandigarh. The Haryana Board of School Education Bhiwani on Monday claimed to have made robust arrangements for the conduct of the Haryana teacher eligibility test scheduled to be held from July 30 to 31. Over 4 lakh candidates will appear in HTET across 673 examination centers. The level 3 PGT exam will be held on Wednesday from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. while the level 2 PGT exam will be held on Thursday from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. The level 1 PRT examination will also be conducted on Thursday from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. The board official informed that before entering the examination center, all the candidates would be placed using metal detectors and their biometric verification would be conducted. It will be ensured that no candidate carries any prohibited materials. To prevent any malpractice or anti-social activities, like monitoring of exam centers will be conducted from the world headquarters via a high-tech command and control center using AI-powered CCTV cameras. Full security arrangement will also be in place around the exam centers through local police, said the official. All officials and staff have been instructed to wear their identity cards during the exam and strictly follow the guidelines issued by the board. They are expected to carry out their responsibilities with honesty and impartiality to ensure the successful and smooth conduct of the exams, the official added. The royal spokesperson said to strictly curb cheating and other irregularities. Around 220 flying squads have been appointed additionally. Each exam center across the state will have full-time observers comprising one officer from the district administration and one official or staff representatives from the education board. Haryana sets bold green targets as CM launches plantation drive from Kalesar, Yamunanagar. Haryana Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini on Monday reaffirmed the state's commitment to environmental sustainability, declaring the Van Mahotsav as a celebration of nature. Citizen responsibility and intergenerational well-being. Speaking at the state level, Van Mahotsav that the Forest Department had organized in Kaleshar Shed. When we planted a tree, we saw the seeds of life and hope. We urge citizens to stay rooted in nature, even as rapid modernization reshapes their lives. Before the event, the CM visited the historical Kaleshwar Mahadev temple, inaugurated a forest department rest house and took part in a tree plantation campaign. Saini has announced that Haryana aims to plant 2.1 crore sapling this year under the centre's Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam campaign, which Prime Minister Narendra Modi had launched on World Environment Day. The state has exceeded its phase 1 target already by planting more than 1.8 crore trees. The second phase, launched on June 5, aims to add 90 lakh more saplings along with 1.20 crore under other schemes. Saini also outlined plans to develop the Kalka-Kalesar belt into an eco-terrorism hub. Calling Kalesar a treasure trove of biodiversity and a haven for nature lovers, he said the region, known for its trekking trails and rich flora and fauna, was vital to Haryana's sustainable tourism strategy. Emphasizing on forest and wildlife protection, the CM said the forest department had stepped up patrols and anti-poaching efforts in sensitive zones like Kalesar National Park. Recent signing of elephant herds, including successful rehabilitation efforts in Bansal, reflect positive ecological outcomes. The state has also constructed dams in the Shivalik region to store water for wildlife and recharge groundwater. In a unique move, the government is granting an annual ₹3,000 pension under the Pran Vayu Deva pension scheme to caretakers of trees over 75 years old. So far, ₹1 crore has been disbursed for the upkeep of 3,800 heritage trees. Since October 2014, more than 18 crore saplings have been planted across Haryana. Their survival and growth are being tracked through drone-based geotagging and 5-year monitoring protocols. Supreme Court slammed MP Minister for online apology. From New Delhi, the Supreme Court on Monday slammed Madhya Pradesh Minister Kumar Vijay Singh for tendering an online apology instead of a public apology for his objectionable comments on Colonel Sofia Qureshi, who had briefed the media on Operation Sindhu and warned him against testing the court's patience. Shah, who is facing a probe by an SC constituted SIT for his comments, was pulled up by Justices Suryakant and Jomalia Bagi. What is this online apology? You are testing our patience. On the first day of hearing, you had offered to make the public apology. Where is it? The online apology shows your intention and makes us doubt your bona fides, Justice Khan said. Senior Advocate K. Parameshwar assured the court that he would place the minister's public apology on record. Within a week, Shah had moved Supreme Court against the Madhya Pradesh High Court Suo decision directing closing of FIR against the minister for his objectionable remarks. The apex court had constituted the SIT to investigate the FIR. Parameshwar informed the court that the SIT has recorded the minister's statement. The bench said statement of those who felt hurt by the man's statement should have been recorded. The SIT informed the court that the investigations would be completed by August 13, and that statement of 27 people have already been recorded. The writ petition by Congress leader Jaya Thakur seeking removal of Shah from the state's Council of Ministers for his statement was listed for hearing before the bench of Justices Kant and Bagchi. The bench refused to entertain the petition and asked the petitioner to move the appropriate form. Slab collapse in school killed the 6-year-old. The incident comes 3 days after 7 kids were killed when portion of a school building collapsed. From Jaipur, a concrete slab holding up the main gate of a government senior secondary school in Rajasthan, Jaisalmer district collapsed on Monday, instantly killing a 6-year-old boy who was there to be accompanied home by his sister studying in the school, police said. The teacher was also hurt and a girl student received mild injuries. The incident 3 days after 7 children were killed when a portion of a government school building collapsed in Jhalawad, took place in a school in the Ramgarh area. One child has died in the incident. Jaisalmer Superintendent of Police Abhishek Shivhare said, identifying the deceased as Arbaz Khan. The teacher Ashok Kumar Soni has been admitted to the district hospital, the police said. The slab gave way when the school was getting over for the day. Arbaz was a student of the government boys' school which is located close to the girls' school. After his school was over, he went to the girls' school so that his sister could accompany him home. His sister was unhurt, SHO Ramgarh Om Prakash shared. Shocked and furious at what had happened, Arbaz's family members and relatives staged a dharna outside the school with his body. However, later agreed to accept the dead body following talks, the body has been shifted to the mortuary of the hospital for postmortem. The SHO shed. Poonam Nagar, where the incident occurred, is the native village of BJP MLA from Jaisalmer, Chotu Singh Bhatti. As soon as I got the information, I went to the school and talked to the educated people. The entire village is shocked and people are standing by the victim's family Bhatti shed. Villagers informed him that a vehicle had hit the main gate sometime back, after which the concrete structure had weakened. Education Minister Madan Dilawar reiterated that district education officials have been instructed to prevent the recurrence of such incidents. Last week, some students died in a school building collapse incident in Nalawad. Following the Nalawad incident last Friday, State Cabinet Ministers have held multiple meetings. Dilawar in a meeting on Sunday said that a proposal of 150 crore rupees under the Disaster Management Fund has been prepared for repair works in 7,500 schools across 170 tehsils. पीएम श्री केंद्रीय विद्यालय क्रमांक नंबर 1 अम्बाला छावनी। साक्षात्कार सूचना अंशकालीन और अनुबंधित प्रशिक्षक। पद का नाम ATL इंस्ट्रक्टर, योग्यता और अन्य विवरण। किसी मान्यता प्राप्त संस्थान और विश्वविद्यालय से कम 50% अंकों के साथ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग या फिर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एवं संचार इंजीनियरिंग में स्नातक की डिग्री। NCT से मान्यता प्राप्त संस्थान और विश्वविद्यालय से कम 50% अंकों के साथ B.Ed डिग्री। हिंदी और अंग्रेजी में पढ़ाने में दक्षता, कंप्यूटर एप्लीकेशन का ज्ञान। वांछनीय किसी मान्यता प्राप्त संस्था में 1 वर्ष का व्यावहारिक अनुभव। मानदेय 25,000 रुपये प्रति माह दिए जाएंगे। पदों की संख्या 3। साक्षात्कार तिथि, समय व स्थल दिनांक 2/8/28 को 9 बजे से 1 बजे तक। पीएम श्री केंद्रीय विद्यालय क्रमांक नंबर 1 अम्बाला छावनी। स्पोर्ट्स टीचर या कोच जिसकी योग्यता है शारीरिक शिक्षा में स्नातक की डिग्री, B.Ped या कम से कम 50% अंकों के साथ समकक्ष योग्यता। उम्मीदवार ने राज्य या राष्ट्रीय स्तर के खेलों में प्रतिनिधित्व किया। इसके अतिरिक्त हिंदी और अंग्रेजी दोनों में कार्य दक्षता और एप्लीकेशन ICT का ज्ञान वांछनीय है। मानदेय 25,000 रुपये प्रति माह दिए जाएंगे। वोकेशनल टीचर या फिर ट्रेनर किसी मान्यता प्राप्त संस्थान या विश्वविद्यालय से कम 50% अंकों के साथ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग या फिर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एवं संचार इंजीनियरिंग में स्नातक की डिग्री। NCTE से मान्यता प्राप्त संस्थान और विश्वविद्यालय से कम 50% अंकों के साथ B.Ed डिग्री। हिंदी और अंग्रेजी में पढ़ाने में दक्षता, कंप्यूटर एप्लीकेशन का ज्ञान। वांछनीय किसी मान्यता प्राप्त संस्था में 1 वर्ष का व्यवहारिक अनुभव। मानदेय 25,000 रुपये प्रति माह दिए जाएंगे। ट्रेनर फॉर गर्ल्स ऑन सेल्फ डिफेंस, कराटे योग्यता इसके लिए कराटे, ताइक्वांडो या जूडो विधाओं में प्रमाणित राज्य या राष्ट्रीय महासंघ से प्रमाणित प्रशिक्षक को। मानदेय 10,000 रुपये प्रति माह दिए जाएंगे। इसमें कुल पदों की संख्या है 3। आवेदन पत्र एवं शैक्षिक योग्यता। आवेदन पत्र पूर्ण रूप से भरकर सभी स्वयं प्रमाणित प्रमाण पत्रों के साथ संबंधित संबंधित विद्यालय में साक्षात्कार हेतु पहुंचे हैं। इससे अधिक पद के लिए अलग से आवेदन प्रस्तुत करें। साक्षात्कार के दिन सभी प्रमाण पत्रों की एक छाया प्रति एवं मूल प्रमाण पत्र साथ लेकर आएं। विद्यालय में साक्षात्कार हेतु पंजीकरण का समय दिनांक 2/8/25 प्रातः 9 बजे से 11:30 बजे तक होगा। आवेदन करने के लिए विद्यालय की वेबसाइट पर दिए गए गूगल लिंक या फॉर्म पर जानकारी अनिवार्य रूप से भरें। आवेदन पत्रों की अधिकता होने पर लिखित परीक्षा भी आयोजित की जा सकती है। उक्त विज्ञापन पूर्णतः संविदात्मक पद और चयन हेतु है, जिसके कार्यकाल की गारंटी नहीं दी जा सकती है। वेतनमान केंद्रीय विद्यालय संगठन में निष्पादित पीएम श्री योजना के नियमानुसार दिया जाएगा। साक्षात्कार में भाग लेने के लिए किसी प्रकार की फी और डीए का भुगतान नहीं किया जाएगा। उपरोक्त सभी पदों हेतु संगणक कंप्यूटर का ज्ञान होना आवश्यक है। Prime Minister can rewrite J&K history with dialogue. Mehbooba says from Srinagar. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has power to rewrite J&K history by resolving the Kashmir issue if he wishes. Former CM Mehbooba Mufti asserted Monday, urging the centre to abandon its security-centric approach and embrace meaningful reconciliation and dialogue. Addressing the 26th Foundation Day of our People's Democratic Party (PDP), Democratic Party, Mehbooba criticized the centre's approach to governance in the region, saying the revocation of Article 370 hasn't brought peace or prosperity, only deepened alienation. The PDP chief arrested that Kashmir was at the heart of foreign policy and Kashmiri's first victims of tension with Pakistan. What is India's foreign policy without Jammu and Kashmir at its heart? Decades of conflict have brought only suffering, wars, and only to be replaced by new ones. Pakistan has invested in war machinery, and India, once revered as the elephant for its strength and wisdom, has shackled J&K with a heavy-handed approach. Mehbooba told hundreds of PDP workers at Srinagar's Sherry Kashmir Park, the ex-CM bemoaned what she claimed was a planned boost in cost. Deployment. Now government says we will bring 20 more battalions to J&K. How many more troops will be sent here? How can it make a difference? She asked. Mehbooba stressed that the people of J&K are not enemies. They are citizens seeking justice and inclusion. The centre must stop treating this region as a security problem and start addressing it as a political issue requiring dialogue and statesmanship. The Mehbooba-led PDP is often criticized by the MP government governing National Conference for her party's alliance with BJP in 2015, leading to a coalition government held by her father, Mufti Muhammad Shahid, as Chief Minister. Mehbooba defended the move, saying the tie-up with BJP was for peace and reconciliation, and she was not ashamed of it. LG assures job to daughter of officer killed in Pak Shiring from Jammu. State would demand Kong announces August 5 as Black Day from Jammu. Rajnath in LS. Operation Sindoor paused as one of military objectives achieved. New India can go to any extent to uproot terror. Decisive action has replaced dossiers, and the New India can go to any extent to uproot terrorism. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said on Monday while stating that Operation Sindoor was on pause as the armed forces had achieved the desired objectives. Imitating the special discussion on India's strong, successful and decisive Operation Sindoor in response to the terror attack in Pahalgam in the Lok Sabha, Singh said the military action against Pakistan had sent a clear message to supporters of terrorism that India was committed to defend its motherland, just as the debate started in Lok Sabha. Security forces in J&K reported that 3 terrorists have been gunned down after a massive gunfight. Today, dossiers have been replaced by decisive action. Today's India thinks differently and acts differently. We believe that if the adversary uses terrorism as part of strategy and does not understand the language of peace, then standing firm and being decisive is the only option, Singh said, rejecting US President Donald Trump's claim of mediating ceasefire between India and Pakistan. The minister added Operation Sindoor was paused as the armed forces had achieved the desired political military objectives and there was no pressure to end the conflict with Pakistan. If Pakistan indulges in fresh misadventure, it will be the same again. He added, Singh asserted that India now believes in taking decisive action and peace overtures have not yielded desirable results. EM at no stage in talks with US was there any linkage of trade with operation. 2 dead, over 30 injured in stampede at Barabanki temple. CBI submits report on cash for query scam against Mahua to Lokpal. Bihar gangster killed in police encounter in UP. Religious Islam's opponents after its demand on SIR delays Operation Sindoor debate. How many Indian jets down? UP SDM gets rupees 15 lakh ransom message that you will executive appear before ED in online battling shopping fraud case. US Titan interview waiver for non-immigrant visa. Assam mega eviction drive to affect 2,000 families. Kerala, nuns arrested in Chhattisgarh. Raipur, rain 7% above normal, uneven IMD data. Flood situation in Odisha improves. SIT begins site inspection over mass burials in Karnataka's Dharamshala. Andhra government accused of forcing teachers to join Naidu scheme. Man held for telephonic threat to union minister. CBI books DSP for cops torture. MP roads were like Palm Puri under Kong, now like Shri Devi BJP MLA says from Bhopal. EU hails pause in US trade fight seeks better terms. Lower rate relief for member nations relying heavily on exports. Trump shortened 50-day deadline to 12 days for Russia to end war. United States likely moved nuclear arms to UK for first time since 2008. Cyber attack hits Aeroflot fights pro-Ukrainian hackers take claim. Moscow countered Ukrainian drones by turning off Russian mobile internet. Thailand, Cambodia agree to immediate unconditional truce after 5 days of battle. Gunman with a grudge kills 5 and wounds 2 at a Bangkok market before killing himself. Shaolin Temple had faces probe for embezzling funds. Man stabs 11 at Walmart in US. Attackers detained. Train derailment that killed 3 in Germany apparently was caused by landslide. What will it cost to renovate the free Air Force One? Don't ask. Keep UPI free. Bigger meaning of being Divya. Multilingual, inclusive education being released at scale, making 5 years of NEP. Union Education Minister argues its ideas from language choice to stress on skills have fundamentally changed classroom experience. In 2020, India more than just released a policy. It rekindled an ancient ideal national education policy based learning at the heart of nation building, flowing from civilizational wisdom, framed through one of the most participatory policy making processes in history under late K. Kasturi Rangan's guidance. NEP 2020 was a visionary roadmap rooted in cultural values. It reimagined learning as a process free from confines of rote, memorization, rigid structures and linguistic hierarchies. It set the stage for a holistic, inclusive and future-ready education system. 5 years on, NEP's impact is visible in policy corridors and classrooms in early childhood classrooms, play-based learning is displacing rote memorization. Children read fluently in their mother tongue. Class 6 students explore hands-on skills in vocational labs. Its imprint is visible in research hubs, where India's knowledge system engages in dialogue with cutting-edge science. NEP's vision is reflected in the rise of women in STEM fields and in the growing global presence of Indian institutions. Smoking the game, England's cricket captain forgot the rule was childish, but some Indian fans read too much into it. Their museum by when Clive of India was recently spotted in Wales. You can hurt them alive always. Bhanu Mustaq's hurt lamb. Stories from the Muslim community in Karnataka narrates heart-rending stories of women and children routinely treated as subhumans by patriarchal, insensitive men thriving on false interpretation of holy scriptures like the Quran and Hadith to justify their dominating behavior, but these holy books uphold the rights of women and respect them as valuable human beings. माँ के कदमों के नीचे जन्नत है. Paradise lies beneath the mother's feet, says a hadith. Hadith on mothers. Hadith on mothers never says what that while you are offering namaz and your mother calls for you, you can pause your prayer and answer her first. In the short stories by Mushtaq, one is Shadon. Cat mothers and wives are ill-treated by their fathers, husband and brothers, all citing justification from Islamic holy scriptures, keeping the women in ignorance and terrorizing them with their bullying, reducing them to chachilas, enslaved and kept in captivation, abused and discarded at will. As evening started to lose its light, lamps were lit around the house, but the lamp in Mehroon's heart had been extinguished a long time ago. Who should she live for? What was the point? The walls, roof, flats, foul stove, bed, vessels, the rose plant in the front yard, none of these were able to answer her question. Mehroon and her children, abandoned by her uncaring husband and dismissed by her maternal family, have now here to turn in desperation. She wishes to end it all. Dare I try and answer her questions? Mehroon, you should live for yourself first. Stop the flame of your heart, then gently. Every day, remind yourself you are a person in your own right, with children to nurture. Besides yourself, no one is worth destroying yourself for. No one should be given the power to extinguish your heart lamp. It is your pure inner light that keeps your spirit alive, your soul. No matter how grave the challenges you face, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent and submission, and no one can dare try to put out the flame in your heart. Keep the light aglow, find a way to survive despite all the humiliation and rejection. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all my brothers and sisters. I thank all my teachers and trainers. I thank all my respected doctors and directors. I thank all my honorable ministers and managers. I thank all honorable ministers, honorable advocates, advisors, administrators and advisors. The most honorable President Prashamaji, I heartily, cordially thank all of you and thank you.